रतन धन पायो, प्रेम रतन धन पायो, रत मिलन की लायो, प्रेम रतन.
That song is stuck in my head. I am obsessed with Sonam Kapoor, and for those of you who don't know, Sonam Kapoor is a Bollywood actress. I'm sure you've seen her and have heard of her. She is phenomenal. She is a phenomenal actress. I'm obsessed with her elegance, with her style, with her beauty. I just think her face is so stunning. I'm also obsessed with her new movie called Prem Ratan Dhan Payo, which is going to be out this November. I'm so in love with the look that she was sporting in the trailers and the songs that have been released for Prem Ratan Dhan Payo that I decided to recreate it. I had a lot of fun playing around with this look. I think it came out really nicely. So if you want to get into the makeup look, then carry on watching. Okay, so first things first, you want to start out by priming your eyes, and I'm going to prime my eyes using my eyeshadow primer potion from Urban Decay. And you want to get that all over your eyelid, and then I'm just patting that in using my ring finger. And you want to always be careful when it comes to anything concerning your eye. You want to use your ring finger to kind of gently dab it in and make sure you protect your ocular muscles there. I'm also putting it on my lower eyelid just to make sure that the product stays in one place there, and so I'm going to dab that in as well. I'm going to grab my original Naked palette from Urban Decay and use the shade Buck, and I'm going to go in with that all over my crease, and that's just to give the look some more depth and dimension. I really took my time to build the color up from my crease right from the beginning because Sonam is wearing such a sultry brown smoky eye, so I wanted to make sure to do justice to the look. Using Too Faced Natural Eyes palette, I'm going to blend Silk Teddy from my crease all the way up to my brow bone. Since I'm doing a dramatic brown smoky eye right now, it looks a little crazy and a little hectic, but trust me, don't be worried. I am going to blend everything in at the end and it'll all come together. Using the shade Push Up from the same palette from Too Faced, I'm going to really press that in and pat it all over my eyelid. Look at the color payoff for this. This palette is so perfect for the smoky eye look. I just love it. And by the way, everything will be listed and linked in the description box down below. And I'll also do a more detailed product-oriented list on the blog, so be sure to check that out as well. And now for the fun part. So I'm going to smoke up my entire look using the shade Erotica from the same Natural Eyes palette. You really want to have a really good blending brush for this part of the look. So I'm using my Sonia Kashuk blending brush to really smoke up my eyelid and get that smoky, dramatic flare that I really wanted. Since it is a smoky eye, I really took my time to blend everything in and be as consistent with the product as possible. And I love how dramatic and subtle at the same time this look came out to be. The smoky eye is just so sultry, and you add the winged liner that Sonam's wearing and it adds an instant dramatic flare. And now for the brows. So I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz pencil to get my brows in shape. And Sonam Kapoor is really known for having these very bold, very sharp brows. They're not quite like the Instagram brows, which look like they've just been painted on. It's always been very bold, and it kind of adds more to the dramatic arch of the whole look. So going back in with my Sonia Kashuk blending brush and using the dark brown shade we used on the outer creases to kind of go back in and keep everything well blended. Now this is where you add the drama into your look. So I did my eyeliner off camera, And Sonam Kapoor is wearing this winged eyeliner look that I kind of amped up and made a little bit more dramatic with a flare. So now I'm going to go in on my lower eyelids and kind of smoke up my entire look using the dark brown shade from the Natural Eyes palette. You can really use any brown you want, so I continue to use Erotica to just help smoke up the look. I love how the shade has a bit of shimmer in it too. It kind of just amps up everything. So to set my brows, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel to keep them in place. So this is what really set the look apart for me. I'm using my Mally waterproof eyeliner in the shade Ever Color Starlight. And I found this at Ulta. I had never really used this product before, but Sonam is wearing this deep brown eyeliner on her bottom eyelid, and I found this to be the same color match for it. And it's just so beautiful, and I just loved how it added an extra layer to the whole smoky look. Look how pretty this eyeliner is, and if you look closely, it's not completely a dark brown. It's got kind of a brassy, coppery tone to it, and it just adds a beautiful layer of brown to the whole look. So I'm going to continue to tightline with this eyeliner and then go back in with my blending brush and blend everything out a little bit more under my eye. And you can use any black eyeliner pencil for this, but I'm using my Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil to kind of tightline my upper eyelid. That kind of finishes up the smoky eye look. For foundation, I'm using my All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation by Nars, and I am the shade Medium/Dark 2 Tahoe. And I really like this foundation. I had never really used a Nars foundation before this one, but I wanted kind of a foundation that would give me that glow that Sonam has, but also not be too cakey and too gross. So I'm going to really buff that into my skin using my beauty blender. And this foundation was so incredible. It's non-cakey, it's really buildable, but it I think is for medium coverage, but you can really do a full coverage look with this look. I mean, I built it up to this. And it's also not oily, like it's oil free, so it doesn't add like an extra layer of sheen and glow to the look. So I really like this foundation. I'm just kind of building it in and buffering it into my skin with my beauty blender. I really can't use brushes when it comes to foundation anymore. I promise this is not a Nars advertorial, but this really is the only concealer I use because I don't need anyone after this. This is my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Caramel, and it's also part of the medium/dark 2 range. And it has done me justice from the get-go. I swear by this concealer, and so I'm just putting that in under my eyes, a little on my cupid's bow, on my nose and forehead. Anywhere you have a problem area, this will just do the trick, and it brings in some more light and more coverage to your face. So I'm going to use the pointy part of the beauty blender to kind of blend all of that in, and also just kind of get rid of any fallout from my eyes. Set everything and to make sure nothing goes anywhere I don't want it to go, I'm using my Rimmel London Match Perfect and Silky Loose Face Powder. You can really just use any translucent powder that you want to. You guys saw this in my last tutorial as well. How cute is this? So for blusher, I'm using my Too Faced Sweethearts Perfect Flush Blush, and it's in this shade Candy Glow, and it just kind of gives your cheeks a little bit more of that pink rosy coloredness that Sonam's got in the video. So here's a bit of a closer look so you can see how beautiful and pink that blush really is. Now to highlight my cheeks, I used my Sephora Micro Smooth Sublime highlighter, and I just kind of swirled all 3 of the shades together and dabbed them on my cheeks, my cupid's bow, and a little on my nose. So for lips, I used these 2 as a combination. I used my L'Oreal Tickled Pink 165 and my Revlon Color Burst Matte Balm in the shade Showy Flamboyant number 2220. And I wanted to start off with L'Oreal because Sonam is a brand ambassador for them, but this lipstick was just a little bit too sheen for my liking, so I added the Revlon Color Burst on top of it. Now, if it's the pictures or the lighting or the filters, I don't know, but in some pictures her lips look really pink and Barbie-like, and in others they have a little hint of mauve-ness to them, so I would leave that up to your discussion on what you want to use for your lips. I'm just going to finish off my look with my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. I had forgotten to put them on. Alright, so to now bring the whole look into completion, we just have to accessorize. So I'm going to add on some pink bangles / jurias and some earrings. And I'm so sad, but I forgot to add on a clear crystal bindi / deep like Sonam has on in the song Jalte Diye, which is where I was really inspired by this look. So make sure you add one on just to complete the whole look. And I added on some falsies just for fun, but I didn't really like them, and I took them off immediately, but I wanted to add in some shots of them on. I know Sonam's wearing some falsies, so these are my Ardell Natural falsies. And that is it. That is the complete Sonam Kapoor inspired look from Prem Ratan Dhan Payo. It's such an easy look to create and so beautiful and so simple all at the same time. I really hope you guys like this look, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. If you've gotten this far, then please do make sure to click the thumbs up button down there and give it a like, and I hope you'll follow me on all my other social media.